What the hell? What the helly? What the heliante? What the helly Burton? Welcome back to One Now. This is episode number 9. If you guys haven't heard of What the Helly by Rob49, go give that a listen because he's literally in the studio. He's doing what the hell? What the hell LeBron James? What the helly? What the hellion? He low-key cooked. But that's what's stuck in my head. I can't stop saying it. But I have to, oh my god. I just rubbed my eye so hard that I think it moved the contact in my eye. I was seeing straight fuzz for a second. But I gotta talk about Bad Bunny's Tiny Desk performance. I know I've been talking a lot about Tiny Desk and just like music in general, but it was just too fire not to talk about. Dude, his whole performance had me grooving. He had his whole band. Well, okay, let me go over the concept if you guys don't know what Tiny Desk is. It's just like a live performance. He has like a live band and everything. So he has like a guitarist, he has a drummer, he has a pianist. And the whole vibes of the video was just so good. Like one, his music was already so good. But like during the video, throughout the video, he gave like little moments for his band to like kind of pop off. So like you saw the guitarist, he was going at it, he was killing it, he was shredding it. The drummer, not like it wasn't like one of those like drum set drummers like kind of things. It was congas. He was on the congas and he was going crazy on it. He was like, I don't even know how to do it, but that his pianist went crazy. And then dude, the whole vibes of the video, just like live music, everyone was just jamming. Dude, I miss like doing like live performances. Not that I ever did a live performance at a place or whatever, but like for example, right, I used to like dance, right? And we would dance for like shows in college. And it's just like the thrill, the adrenaline of doing it live with like everybody else. It's just like so exciting. You know what I mean? Like it's finally your time to shine. All that work that you've been putting into it, it's like time to let everyone see what you've been cooking up. But yeah, he would like his songs are all about like Puerto Rico, how it's been like a colony for 100 years or something. It's just being like showing pride of his country. And then there's like also other Puerto Ricans in the crowd and they're also like vibing along. But just like the music, man, they had some salsa going on. Like he had this one song it's called La Mudanza. He basically tells his whole life story on it, but the beat, the instrumentals go crazy on it. It's just salsa, but it just made me want to groove. I just had to go up and dance or stand up and dance. But his guitarists were killing it. They were killing it. In another me though, that could have been in another life, that could have been me, because I picked up the guitar, I think when I was like in 4th grade or something. I forget. It was sometime in elementary school. I tried picking up the guitar, but I didn't really know how to. I've never done it before. I never took lessons. I didn't have a guitar teacher. My dad played the guitar, but he doesn't really know how to teach. He was just playing it. He only plays it when he's like drinking on the weekends. And he's just going at it. But I tried to get my dad to teach me, but he didn't really know how to teach me because he didn't really know it himself either. I remember watching like a video and I watched a video and the only song that I knew how to play on the guitar was Sweet Home Alabama. It's like, I don't know, actually, I don't remember how it goes, but I only learned how to play Sweet Home Alabama because there was like a talent show coming up in elementary school. Like there was a talent show coming up. I don't think it was like a talent show. It was like you know how like at school, right, you would have those concerts. You know how the little kids would be singing like Jingle Bells in like a choir setting, like on the risers, like you know those kind of events. Like there was an event where you could like showcase your own talent or something like that. And I remember I wanted to learn the guitar and then I learned Sweet Home Alabama, but I wasn't really that good at it. So I was trying to learn it. It sounded pretty bad. I've never touched a guitar before. Remember this? But I just remember there was this other kid that also knew how to play the guitar, and on top of that, he could sing. He could sing while he played guitar. Me, I only knew how to play guitar. So after seeing what the other kid could do, I was just like, "Whoa, guitar! I never knew how to play that." No, cause I remember because I don't know why I was in the principal's office. I think it was like audition or something, but I was in the principal's office and what am I trying to say? I played in front of the principal, Sweet Home Alabama. It wasn't really that good. I know it wasn't that good. So after that, I just kind of dropped it. But in another life, that guitarist could have been me. I'm so mad that I didn't pick up like an instrument and continue playing it, or something like, I guess, like a hobby. Like as a kid, I used to play some. I used to be in band. All right, I wasn't one of those, stereotypical band kids. I was just a kid in band. Those are two different things. I'm not like a T-post, you know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like not my kind of crowd that I would hang out with. But I enjoyed being in band. I first started because in middle school you had like an art requirement. You had to either be, or in middle school I got transferred into like this academy, and they required you to take band. So I wanted to learn the saxophone, but they didn't have enough saxophones, or they had too many saxophones, too many people playing saxophones at that time. So I got moved to clarinet. I now live in my Squidward dreams. I low-key killed it on the clarinet, but I still wanted the saxophone. So I played that, and then in high school, I took band again because there they had an art requirement. You could either do band or you could do chorus, or also art too. You had to take one art class, one artistic class. So I chose band because I already had some instrument experience, and that's where I got to start to play the tenor sax. Again, I killed that. And then I also got to do percussion. And it was fun because like during the little concerts that we had, the little recital? Is that the right word? I'll stick with concerts, but they had the bass drum, like the big one. And when it was my turn to hit it, I was hitting that shit like bang, bam, dude. Cause the on the music sheet, I don't know if you guys know music, but there's like little symbols to tell you how loud you should be. And I remember the beats that I got on the drum, they would be FF, and that would stand for fortissimo. That would stand for fortissimo, which is the loudest you can be. So I was hitting that shit because that's what I had to do, and also because I wanted to. But yeah, no, I wish I stuck with an instrument, because maybe the guitar. Because imagine how sick it would be if you could shred on the guitar. And also like Spanish guitar, I don't know where they get their guitars from, but it just sounds so nice. It sounds so nice. I would love to be able to, like, if I'm older, maybe like if I'm, so this is my dream, right? I'm living on the countryside. The closest town next to me is probably like an hour drive. I'm like in the middle of nowhere. I got animals running around me. I'm sitting on the porch. I'm 80 years old. There's like water behind me. My grandkids are running around me. Actually, no, my grandkids. I'm sitting on the porch. My grandkids are around me. I'm playing the piano. I'm serenading them. Okay. Maybe serenading is not the right word. I'm not trying to woo my grandkids. Let's pause on that. But I'm entertaining them. I'm being that cool grandpa, Like, I would love to do that. Damn it, I really wish I stuck with it. I think there's this thing though, like when you start a new hobby, right? I think people are always like, they always drop it very quickly because they expect to be really good at it when they first pick it up. Which is a really bad habit to have when you start something. Ooh, hold on. The wires are getting a little bit tangled. No, but picking something up and then dropping it really soon after is a really bad habit, I think. Because, everyone's gonna get, oh my god, everyone's gonna start somewhere. You can't be good right off the bat. You can't be shredding on the guitar once you start. Which is what I think a lot of people think nowadays, especially like, I don't know if y'all relate, right? So people say like gifted kids, when kids are really good at things back then, like they were able to pick stuff up really easily. And like in school and stuff, like now they're having such a hard time because like they were so used to picking things up so easily right now that they're not used to like having to struggle, having to kind of build their skills up to something. Like now they're struggling to pick up new hobbies because they expect to be really good off the bat, but like I think people forget that, it takes time to learn some things. It takes time. You can't be good overnight. Like there's this thing that stuck with me like in actually my college writing class, and we had like a every start to the class we had like 5 minutes to write whatever we want, and like it was just whatever we want. And the teacher taught us something about like first drafts, right? Because when you write something or when you start something, it doesn't always have to be perfect, right? Like there's always room for error. Or I don't know if I use that word right or that phrase right, the room for error. Like when you start or make something, like it doesn't have to be perfect right away. There's beauty in being wrong, being imperfect, because that I think the fun is building your skills up. Because if you get everything you want right off the bat, if you start and just be perfect right away, like where's the fun in that? Because at that point, that's when you would stop and drop things right away, because it just gets so boring, and you don't like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm pretty sure I said that right, but yeah, that's my thinking on it. Like you don't have to perfect everything right when you start it. You can just put it out there. But anyways, I have to talk about also the state of our economy right now, because our economy is not doing well. Our economy is not doing well, if you guys haven't heard. Tariffs on everything. And okay, so there's tariffs on every country, like 10%. You can't buy cars that are made outside the country because they have tariffs on them. So you're stuck to like Ford, I don't know, Chevy. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of car brands are made in the US, because I only know like Toyota, Nissan, Honda, which is all Japanese actually, now I think about it. Yeah, but it's class of 2020, class of 2021. It is not our time right now. Number one, we graduated in the middle of a pandemic. That's a great start, actually. We graduated in the middle of the pandemic, and then now we're finishing school, and now we're in the middle of Great Depression 2. So it's not looking good for us. Not looking good for us. Class of 2020, class of 2021, like, what did we do wrong? Where did I go wrong? I lost a... Wow, that was terrible. But in addition, right? There's a 46% tariff on Vietnam. What did we do? What did we do to deserve that? I saw this clip where Trump was like, yeah, great people, yada yada, whatever. But 46%, like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Wow, I'm also terrible at accents, if you can't tell. Dude, I want to learn how to do accents so bad, because I think it would be so fun. There's sometimes at the restaurant where I would have a table with an accent, and it would be like a British accent, and they would be talking to me like, yes. So again, I'm bad at accent. This is my impression of my table ordering at a restaurant, and they're from Great Britain. Yeah, so could I get the spike? Oh my god, I can't even do it. Okay, they want like a spicy yellowtail roll, and half the time I'm taking the order, but the other half I'm trying not to mimic their accent when they talk back to me. I don't know why, it's just so natural to me. Like if someone talks to me in an accent, I want to like mirror it to them and like speak that accent back to them. Um, yeah, I want to get better at accent so bad because I think it'd be so fun. British accent, Australian accent. Um, I saw this thing was like if you want to say razor plates in an Australian accent, you have to say rise up lights in an English accent or American accent. So rise up lights. I low key killed that. I also want to learn an Irish. Is it Irish or Scottish or somewhere in that region? I just love the accent. I don't know why. Like if you guys watched Brave, the Disney movie Brave, I just love the accent. But I want to get better accents. Where? Oh yeah, tariffs. Actually, what does Vietnam export? Like what? Let me see. Top imports from Vietnam. Vietnam's top imports include computers, electrical products and components, and fuel products like coal and oil. Electrical products like phones, telephones, broadcasting equipment, refined petroleum. Whoa. Pharmaceuticals, automotive. Whoa, Vietnam. I did not know we were like that. I did not know we were like that, Vietnam. I'm sorry. Damn. I thought it would just be like coffee and cashews because I know those are pretty big exports in Vietnam. Um, whoa, electronics and components. I didn't know that. Isn't that also the same with like China? Because there's a big tariff on that. I think Trump, he's now just seeing the effects of his decision. Oh my god, decisions. And he's like, let's pause these for now. But he didn't pause the tariffs on China. And I know that China was like, we're ready to do an all-out trade war, which I'm like, Trump, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I get this email every day in the morning from the New York Times. It's just like a little like what's going on today, like the morning, that's what they call it. I've been trying to read it just because I want to be more informed of what's going on in the world and in our country because I think now is a very important time to stay educated. I'm trying to read it. I honestly read it like 30% of the time, which is really bad. I'm trying to start a morning routine. Because again, I'm not a morning person, so like usually what happens is right when I wake up, I have to go to the obligation that I have to do, or it's kind of late. But I'm trying to get a morning routine. You know, maybe read the news, do whatever you do in the morning. I don't know what people do in the morning because when I was in college, right, I would just wake up. I would give myself like 20 minutes to brush my teeth, get ready, and then go to the bus. Like I was cutting it close every single morning. I don't know how people wake up early, cause then like you wake up early, and what do? You just wait. You just wait in the morning. Is that what you do? I don't really. Maybe it's because I haven't tried it. So I'm like, what a waste of time in the morning if you're just waking up early just to do nothing and just wait until you actually have to leave. Which I guess it helps because you don't feel as rushed, which is probably why they do it. But no, I'm all about up and going. It's like procrastination, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like the adrenaline that gets you going and that actually makes you finish it. But I keep jumping topic to topic. Vietnam tariffs. But yeah, state of our economy is not doing good. President, what are you doing? Who put this orange in office? I really should have stayed in Vietnam. But I have to talk to you guys about a dream that I had last night. it was not a good dream. So if you work in the restaurant industry, right, you will have these certain dreams, and they're not good dreams at all. You'll have dreams about working and serving your tables, and it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. Like, all right, so what happened in my dream, right? I had a table that just split into 8 ways. It was a big party. They split all separate bills. I had to go into their bill, pick out every single item, what each person had. I'm like, all right, all right. And then now at that same time, I had drinks to run. I had drinks for 3 different tables to run. I had food for 4 different tables to run. And then like on top of this, I didn't have any glasses on. Like I was completely blind. I have a negative 4.0 prescription. So I'm going up to the computer screen. I'm looking like this. I'm like, yeah, they got this, they got this. I'm like, what is going on? Why do I not have my glasses on when I'm working? And then on top of that, like I had to give change back to one of my tables, and they gave me coins, and oh my god. And my manager was yelling at me. Dude, I did not get good sleep that night. I woke up sweating. Not even kidding. The amount of like, you would think like working in a restaurant is easy. It like, all right, the tasks that you do, like it is easy. Like you just bring food out, but it's just like managing everything all at once. And like the toll, the mental toll that it takes on you, like it's very stressful. Not for me though, because I'm him. I'm dreaming about working. Why am I dreaming about working? You should be paying me because I'm working in my sleep. I'm working off time. I'm working beyond working hours. Like, come on. Yo, I could not sleep yesterday. It was not a good dream. But I got a new job though, so I'll be out of that restaurant soon. I'm starting. By the time this comes out, I'm gonna be starting that week already. I'm excited. I had to go thrifting the other day because I needed a bunch of clothes to wear into the office. You know, like business casual clothes. Had to buy Oh my! I almost said drugs. Button ups, dress pants. I had to buy button up dress pants, polos. I am not at all excited to wear polos into the office. I don't like polos just because they're very scratchy on the neck, especially if they're cashmere. I think that's what the material is. Especially if they're cashmere. I don't know. Something about polos, and like it just makes me feel like I'm golfing. I don't know. I don't dig the vibe. I don't like wearing them. So I went thrifting the other day because I had to get a bunch of clothes for the office, and I had such a good thrift day when I was getting all those clothes. Cause one, they had a good amount of clothes. They had a lot of shirts that were some good quality, not too worn, not too torn. Prices were good because obviously thrifting. I think thrifting is such a good, like, people should be going thrifting more because one, it's cheap. Two, it helps with like overconsumption. It's very like sustainable. I think that's the right word, sustainable, because you're buying clothes, used clothes other people worn, instead of like buying new clothes when there's already so many used clothes available. You know what I mean? It's very sustainable. 3, there's drip. Not all the time. You guys know when you go to the thrift store and then you're like, look at this heat, and it's just like a t-shirt of like cans on a rainbow or something. But now if you go to the thrift store, like you have to be kind of consistent of going, because there won't be good things at times, but there will be good ones other times. But good thing about thrifting is that like if you go to the thrift store and you find something good, very high chances of someone not having that same item as you. Because if you order through like an online clothing store, right, and you buy the shirt, you go to like best selling and you buy the shirt, you buy it, you wear it out, and you see like another person, you see a whole bunch of people, you go into a room, half the room is wearing the same shirt that you're wearing. But thrifting, you can only find it at one place. So you are unique. You're one of a kind. You know what I mean? That's what I like about thrifting too. But no, I was going thrifting and I found all these shirts, and the main thing that I was looking for was a good pair of dress pants. I was trying to find something like, I don't really like the slim thin slim. I almost said slim thick too. Slim fitting pants. Slim fitting pants. I don't really dig that vibe because then, like, one, I'm thick. I got that dump trunk on me. And I don't really like it clinging to my legs either. I kind of want some room, flexibility. So I was looking for those kind of pants, pants my size as well, because if you go thrifting, there's like huge XXL sizes. There's like 42 by, I don't know, 40 pants. Like, there's a whole assortment of sizes, colors, everything in thrifting. But yeah, I was looking for a good pair. And lo and behold, I'm going through the racks. I'm like opening them up. I'm diving in. And like I saw it, and then like I don't know what, like, dude, it felt like the clouds parted. It felt like the angels were singing like, ah. Like, I found the perfect pair, not one, two pairs of good pants for the office. Two good pairs of dress pants. I was like, the gods have spoken to me today. The gods have, like, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but thank you. I don't even believe in God. Dude, but I got some heat. I got some good pairs of pants and some good shirts for the office. So I'm excited to wear those. I'm not trying to, wear the same thing. I'm trying to be fashionable in the office, where I can, because, I gotta abide by the dress code. I'm trying to push the dress code though. See how casual I can get. Wish me luck. Yeah, but I'm going to the office next week, so I'll be done with the restaurant soon. I don't know if I'll be working on the weekends. I don't really need the cash, I'll be honest, but it's just like working at a restaurant is kind of peaceful in a way, because like you kind of just turn you just shut down your head. Like you just like go mindless, because it's very, it's just like menial tasks. You just bring food to tables, take the order. Nothing like the office job where you actually got to use your head. So it's very like peaceful, like you go in, time kind of goes by very fast because you're busy just doing like trivial tasks. And you also walk out with a lot of cash. So, not complaining about that. But then again, if I'm going to be working at the restaurant, I told them I'll be working on Sundays. So that means I'm going to be working 6 days a week. 6 days a week, which I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that does not sound appealing to me. Because one, at the restaurant, I'm already complaining about working 3-4 days. So let alone 5-6 days. I don't know how I'll feel after I finish my corporate job. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling after. But other news, other stuff that's going on in the world. If you guys remember Squid Games, the first season. If you remember Squid Games, player 001, the very old grandpa looking dude, I just found out that he got assaulted. Oh, he didn't get assaulted. He's the one doing the assaulting. He got 1 year of prison or something because he sexually assaulted somebody. Which I'm like, Gramp, Gramp, I don't know. Old man, like, what are you doing at that age, man? Why are you wilding out? I mean, I guess he knows that his time is like kind of coming to an end, which is kind of bad to say, but he knows that his time is coming to an end, so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do whatever. But to sexually assault someone at that age, at your big age. I also found out that Katy Perry is going to space. I keep seeing like, so you guys know that there's like a new squad going up to space. I don't actually know too much about it, but I just know that there's like there's gonna be a Vietnamese person gonna be going to space, which is huge, because Việt Nam so mop, you know what I mean? But which is huge. That's like very monumental. I feel like that's like, you know how America, Russia, China went to the moon, and they're like one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I think that's what it is. That feels like that to us. But she's going to the moon. Katy Perry, what business does she have going to the moon? I mean, to be fair though, like Katy Perry, she made it. She made it. She's made countless bangers. Let's not talk about her latest album though, because yeah, we'll just leave that in the air. She made some bangers in her prime. She was very like I'm sure that after all of that, she can just retire, and now it's just her time to do whatever the fuck she wants. So honestly, I support that decision, because one day if I make it big, I want to be doing all of that. You know, space, maybe not space. That's not my cup of tea, but I mean, Katy Perry, you guys have seen her extraterrestrial, her ET song with Kanye West. She can do whatever she wants because she's made it. She's already up there. She's doing side quests, and I love a good side quest. So now, yeah, that's crazy news. I found that out through TikTok, actually. Not even like through the news. TikTok is honestly a very good source of information, depending on like what your For You page is, because it could be very skewed. But let's go, Katy Perry. She's living out her ET dreams. I love that. Take me. I think that's all I have for this episode, though. I've been trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna do like this new thing. I'm gonna do like I don't know, maybe song of the week, because I like music. I feel like discovering new music just feels so good. So let me know if I put you all on. Let me go through my playlist and see what I've been bumping to. I found out this artist. Her name is Genevieve. I think that's what it's called. And I've been listening to Resume by Genevieve. That song came out, where is it? In like 2021 under the album Division. I've been bumping to Resume by Genevieve. It's very like R&B, like more on the slower vibe, which is like the type of music that I listen to. So if you're not like really into R&B, maybe tune into next episode. Maybe I'll recommend something that you'll like. But listen to Resume by Genevieve. I've been banging to that song. Not banging. I haven't been actually banging. I'm not putting that in the playlist in the background for long. I've been bumping to that song. Yeah, that's a song of the week. I don't know the lyrics. I'll be honest. I just like the sound of it. I've been trying to listen more to the lyrics of the song because one, like, it's there. Like, there's meaning to the song. There's more meaning to the song besides the music. And like, it's also like, I also think that like lyrics, because that's the artist who made those lyrics, or also, well, maybe not the artist all the times, because you know a lot of people write songs for big artists, but it's just more form of creative expression. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's kind of like poetry in a way. Like, there's a meaning behind the words. But I'm trying to get more into lyrics. I don't know. I can't give you the lyrics to this song. Maybe in another episode, but yeah, I think that's all I got for today. Thanks for listening. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.